Hey guys, Happy Dude here. Check out my big miniature truck. So yeah, I bought a truck and it's my very first one. It's in scale 118 and made out of diecast like all my models. It's made by Road Kings and this one is a limited edition. Now why did I buy it? Well, I drive a truck in real life, but it's a European and I really wanted a American truck. But all my models are from movies, so this one had to be one that was seen in a movie. So the only one I could think of was this one because it looks like the one from Transformers. And it's also a very famous American truck. So I had to have it in my collection. I already took it out of the box because, well, it's pretty big and it didn't fit on the table to film it. So it's just in some foam. You slide it out and just take the truck out. And the only thing you have to install are the mirrors. And here it is in all its glory, and it looks absolutely amazing. If you don't know what it is, it's a Peterbilt 379, and I think it's one of the best looking trucks there is. I would like to own one in real life, but they simply don't work in Europe. They're just too big for our small roads. So let's start with a roll test. I don't have a lot of room here and it's a very big truck as you can see, but it rolls very nice. And it's actually quite heavy, so keep that in mind. And it does have springs here in the back. They are very firm, so you have to push very hard, but it does work. And we also have springs in the front. And now the dimensions. Starting from the mud flap all the way to the front bumper, it's 42 centimeters long. So it is one of my biggest models. And just how wide is it? Well, the truck itself is just over 13 centimeters. But with the mirrors included, it's a bit wider. It's almost 16 centimeters. And the height of the truck itself is 16 centimeters. Yeah, just under. But with the tailpipes, it's just under 20 centimeters. So yeah, it's pretty big. To give you an idea just how big it is, here's Herbie. Look at it. And here it is against a Honda Civic from the Fast and the Furious. And here it is against a very big American muscle car. And here it is against the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters. And if we line them up, you will see that the truck is still quite a bit larger. Okay, now that you have an idea just how big it is, let's see how heavy it is. I'm actually quite curious. Oh, let me balance it. Come on. Yeah, I think I got it. Whoa! 2.7 kilos. Or 95 ounce. And now it's time to check out the details. Zip. So let's start with the front. The front bumper. Ooh, it's made out of metal. Very nice. And the front grille. It's absolutely massive. Also made out of metal. Except for this. This is made out of plastic, of course, the inside grille. We have a very nice Peterbilt logo here. The hood is made out of metal. The front lights. Ooh, also made out of metal. Cool. Yeah, that's made out of plastic. The lights also, the air filter plastic, the doors, metal, the stairs, plastic, fuel tanks, plastic, the whole cabin completely made out of metal. The wheels, also plastic. Yeah. The tires are made out of rubber, but it's very hard. You cannot compress them. No. And the chassis here in the back, that's all plastic. Same with this piece here. I don't know how you call that in English. The mud flaps are flexible. Yeah. And we do have some rear lights. You can see the suspension here and the differential. Let's see the bottom of the truck. Yeah, so here you can see everything on the bottom, actually quite detailed. Yeah, not too bad. And just look at the paint job. I have never seen such a beautiful paint job on a model. You can see all the little rivets here, and the flames are so nicely detailed. It really is a very, very nice model. So the only thing you have to install are the mirrors, and I did have some troubles with it. So you have to put the bottom piece and top piece together with the mirror in between, and then you have to glue it onto the door, and the pins are really small, so super glue isn't going to stick to it because, well, it's a very thick clear coat, and the plastic is chrome. It's also very smooth, so it doesn't stick to it. So you will have to use a very strong gel glue, because if you use a very thin super glue and it spills out, then the window and the door will all be messed up. So I'm very happy that I succeeded. I'm very sorry that I don't have it on camera, but I was just too focused and too nervous that I forgot to film it. Anyway, this is the glue that I've used. It's Loctite Super Glue 3. It's gel based, so it doesn't run. It doesn't become brittle or white. It's very easy to use. You just press these two buttons here, and then you can be very accurate to just put one drop on it. And normal gel glue has to dry for a few hours. This gets hard in just a few minutes, and it's already very strong, and after a day you will never be able to remove it, so it will not fall off. Now, one thing that I'm very sad about is that the hood doesn't open. I mean, come on, that's the coolest part. I want to see that big American truck engine inside. It's not even one piece. Look, we have a seam here, so it must be able to make that. Or maybe I'm just too stupid to find a way to open it. If that's the case, please put it in the comments below. Or if you know a American truck in scale 1/18 that can open up the engine bay, then please put that also in the comments below. I would like to own one. So the only thing you can open on this truck are the doors here. This door cannot be opened. That's for the living quarters. That's a bit of a shame, since, well, there is room to do it. It's such a big truck. But yeah, so let's open it up. Luckily, I've used a very strong glue that I can pull the mirrors. It's very snug to open it. So yeah, it's not easy to look inside. Normally these doors can be opened a lot more in real life. Also a shame that they didn't do that, so it's a bit easier to look inside. But you can see the dashboard here. It's pretty flat, not super detailed. Let's try this door. Yeah, so that's everything I can show you. And that's the door panel, also not super detailed. Oh yes, and you can turn the front wheels left and right, and look at that angle. Wow, that's impressive. But the steering wheel does not move with it. And here you can see the seats, and the living quarters appear to be closed off. We do have some window wipers here, two big horns and little lights. Oh yes, speaking of the lights, I would love to build in some LED lights in this truck, but the problem is that, well, this is just way too small. There's no way, and then I would have to drill holes in it, and I really don't want to do that. We can put some lights in here, but yeah, then you would see the cable here. Same with this one. I think it would just be a big mess if I did that. Yeah. It would be easier if the engine bay would open to build all that stuff in, but it's not possible. So this model is just a very nice display, and that's about it.